check. How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Ghosts and Bigfoots. Alright, class, you're going to be tested on this material later, so pay attention, everybody. This is, we're doing a Paranormal Open Mic tonight. This is where we give out our different experiences, the unexplained. Yeah, welcome. My name is Pete. I'm going to be your host this evening. We, basically, the way this goes is if you've ever seen any sort of unexplained experiences of your own that actually happened, we believe you. Come and tell us your story. We have many different stories that we're going to be going over tonight. We got some slides. We got some comedians that are going to be riffing on our panel, you know. And it's who's here for the paranormal night? Let's ask that. Okay, yeah. Who's here? How's the sound levels? Are the sound levels good? They're good? Okay. I myself, I'm a local comedian. You can check out my stuff at Humboldt Comedy on Instagram, HumboldtComedy.com. Please be respectful of the storytellers tonight. It's really important. Helps the show go. Buy stuff. You know, it's a free show, so support the venue. We're going to be back here every Monday night until I keel over. So that'll be 7 o'clock every Monday. You can follow this at Paranormal Open Mic on Instagram. It's just at Paranormal Open Mic. I first got started doing this I first got really interested in the paranormal because I kind of saw a UFO when I was like 4, or I don't know. It was around when I was 4, and it was a real experience for me. And so what I want you guys to do is we want to hear your true, real experiences, you know, and not like ghost stories that you've heard. Or like, I took mushrooms and saw this. That's not what this is about. This is, how we doing? We got and so anyone interested in telling a story tonight? Raise your hand. Anyone have a real life experience? All right, we got one. Tight. Cool. Huh? It's not even yours. That's okay. All right. You got one you're gonna do? Tight. You're all invited to come up and do them. How we doing? I'm just trying to focus. This is our first one we're doing. We got silly hats we're gonna have on. I do want to, it helps the evening go a little bit better if we have our talking is quiet in the crowd. Or also, if you want to do conversations out front, it may help people to be able to hear the stories better. So if you guys have any conversations that are going to be longer or louder, entertain the idea of sitting outside while we go over our stories for the respect of the people telling them. You guys don't have to be completely quiet, but it does help the night. Thank you. I forgot to ask you to do that. Cool. As dark as you want, too. It's really a lot better. Yeah, okay. That feels real good. So I saw a UFO when I was 4. I was up in my bedroom as a kid. We had these bunk beds and stuff, and I had these 2 brothers. They kind of were assholes. I don't know if you guys had siblings that were assholes, but my siblings really kind of rude to me. And I was the youngest, so I was 4. My brother was 5 or 6, and my other brother was 8 or 9. And we were all sitting there. I don't know if you guys have ever had to share a bedroom as kids, but I used to face this one direction, and then they would face this other direction, because it was a small bedroom with beds facing each other. And they had windows like this behind them, and in the window behind them, we're all getting ready for bed, quieting down and stuff, and they were throwing stuff at me because I was the youngest. I saw a jelly bean in the sky, and it was this golden white jelly bean, kind of like the lights over the bar here where it's white but yellowy. And slowly it moved from one side of the window behind them, and I was just transfixed. And it moved from one side over to the other side behind my brother's heads. and I had no idea what the hell it was. I kind of knew what UFOs were. They're all, I don't know, you know what they are when you're a kid anyways. It's cool, it's creepy. X-Files was the 90s, you know? So, but then as soon as this jelly bean kind of floated from one side to the other side of the window, I pointed it out to my brothers because I was just staring at it. I was like, I just saw a UFO. And they're like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. I'm like, no, right behind you guys. And they go, they turn, they look through the window. They look at all the angles. They never saw it, you know? And it was this crazy experience, you know? And so ever since I saw that, I just knew that there's something out there that we have no idea what the hell it is. And I wanted to figure out what UFOs were and what other things existed from that point on. And so that's kind of where the show comes from. It's just like, there are things that happen. We did the show for like over a year at the Siren Song and another year over at the Crisp Lounge in Eureka. And a lot of people have these real life experiences that you know happened, but no one really wants to believe you that it happened. And so this is your place to be believed. And if you ever meet anyone that has a crazy story, you want to send them here so that we can all share in the experience. This should be on. It'll be on. You gotta switch them on. Yeah.
The jelly bean craft.
The jelly bean craft, exactly. Let's bring you on. Actually, this is so I brought in some comedians to riff on the stories too. I'll bring you on in a second. We bring in comedians to riff on the stories. We're not going to make fun of you. We're going to ask you interview questions about your stories and try and get all the details fleshed out to meet. This is my good friend, comedian Tay Stella. If you guys are giving a big round of applause. She came all the way out from Sacramento. You can unplug this here. We got this. We got this. Tay, how's it going tonight?
How you doing? I want to hear some paranormal stories.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
Yeah, I'm like Casper and a poltergeist had a baby.
Yeah. Yep, that's definitely true. So, Tay, have you seen, I know that you told me this one story. Were you comfortable telling us your experience with a paranormal story that you have told me, or do you want to tell another one, or do you know the one I'm talking about?
So he said that you shouldn't tell any stories about taking mushrooms and meeting an alien. But one time I took mushrooms and met an alien. And it was actually in Humboldt. And I was getting into magic at the time. I was getting into the occult. Just reading like Aleister Crowley books and shit. Just seeing what's up, you know? And I got into my mind, right, that I wanted to like make contact with like an interdimensional being. And so sometimes magic, right, it's just intention. But anyways, I took some mushrooms. Who knows if it was just in my mind, but I took some mushrooms. I went down to this beach up here.
Moonstone?
Yeah, it's like Moonstone up in that area. And I was by myself and I started meditating and I went into like a trance sort of situation. And I was starting to see something in my mind. I don't know, it could be my imagination, my hallucinating, right? And I said in my mind, psychically, I said, just like the voice in my mind, I said, do you have anything to say? And this alien, I mean, it was like an alien's face, like, popped up in front of my face, like hologram style.
You're humping the HDMI cord a little too much.
Oh, sorry, am I hitting that too much?
But I don't want to distract you. Keep going.
So this alien just pops its face right into my, third eye situation. And that was shocking. And it looked like it had long hair, like black hair, but it had very alien-esque eyes. and I didn't know what I was trying to see. You know, like, I don't know, I thought I was gonna see some cute DMT fairy or something, but it ended up being a very like realistic looking face, and it shocked me, and I came out of the trance, and I just got the feeling that I didn't want to talk to this thing anymore. And I'm kind of a bitch for doing that because I should have said something else, but I was scared. And
so yeah, it was a scary experience. Like, it's kind of funny now, but it was real.
I was scared, but like, you know, and like one part of me does feel like maybe I made contact with something, but then also I was on mushrooms and I could have just been hallucinating.
Yeah,
So,
maybe it could be that, you know. Just gonna, yeah. I'm glad you could at least be open and honest about it. That's like you've told me that story before. Tay's one of my really close friends, and like when he told me that story, it's just like a really scary experience that I thought was like worth sharing with people. You know, I feel like the aliens that you saw might not be anything to do with the UFO that I saw, and that's the crazy thing about the paranormal is that there's just like it's way different sometimes, and these experiences that we all have. I'm sure there's people who didn't raise their hands who have very unexplained experiences that have happened to you guys. And so that's like kind of why we would go out of our way to have a whole show about this instead of just doing drugs behind sidelines, you know, and talking about it. What's it? Not sidelines is closed, right?
You can still do drugs
I just changed my, yeah, it's just income based. Tay, thank you for your story. I appreciate that. He's going to join our panel. You guys can clap. He's a clapping event. It's free to come in, but it's $40 if you want to leave, so keep that in mind. But yeah, Tay's going to be on our panel, so he'll chip in some stuff. Does anyone want to tell their paranormal story right now before we bring on the next panelist? Get on down here, buddy. Right, you can take this microphone. You can wear the hat. We got silly hats. Here, take this.
Thank you.
All right. So what's your name?
Huh?
What's
My
your
name
name?
is Solon Waters, and I've been born and raised here in Humboldt County, in Arcata specifically.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so this happened to me probably 2 years ago, and this is just a small one. I was chilling on my back porch of my house. I got off work. I smoked a small amount of weed, and I was looking up at the sky, and I just wanted to do something magical. And so I kind of just pointed up into the sky, and I said, and there's a shooting star. And no one believes me, but it was awesome, and I was there, so I know.
You pointed at the sky, and what happened?
A fucking shooting star.
Whoa.
Bang, right where I pointed. I was like, damn, that was super cool.
What do you think caused that?
I think it was pure intention. I think I just kind of manifested some magic into the universe.
That's pretty rad.
But yeah, not quite paranormal.
No, that's paranormal. What do you think was in the shooting star? Do you think it was like iron or like
Probably masonite.
masonite?
Probably.
Oh, that's a synthetic material, man-made, right?
Couldn't tell you.
Masonite.
I believe you though. I would not.
Don't
yeah.
believe me. I'm not a mason, but that's it.
Do you travel?
I time travel in real time. I just move forward in time. I'm like a reverse Benjamin Button, and just kind of go forward.
Okay.
What color was it?
It was bright red.
It was bright red.
Bright red and very unlike anything I'd ever seen before. Okay, but I have a story. Can I tell a story that was told to me by a trusted friend?
Let's bring on a panelist. Stay right where you are. Keep the microphone in your hand, guys. We're gonna bring on 2 more panelists now, just so I don't. I'm sure that they want to participate, and we got some really good people out here. If we could get Jess Pettit out here, Tay, can you switch microphones over to this one? And you got that one right next to you. Jess is gonna need the one in your hand, and then that one's kind of like taped up over here. Jess, you can take my chair. So, perfect. That works too. And then we also have. You're a student, right? You're a student? Okay, I don't know if you're just young and non-college. Yeah, get on up here. We also have another comedian, Roland Ash. You guys want to give these guys a big round of applause? They're part of our comedy stuff. Take a seat right here. Don't forget to take turns when we talk. If you see, we just want to really put effort into that because we could mess that up really bad. Jess has been doing comedy for 25 years and has toured nationally. Roland has done something with his life. I don't know. But you can always see us at all the different comedy events, or some of us, a handful of us, if you visit HumboldtComedy.com. I got this really cool show this Saturday. If you guys want to check it out, I got one of the guys from Scrubs in that 70s show. He's going to the Arcada Theater Lounge. His name's Claude Stewart. I've sold 0 tickets to it, so please go and get a group of 10. Yeah, I know, right? Facebook ads, they just don't do it right. I know, right? Oh, you need a microphone too, or do you have one? We'll just share. You can have, okay, we'll share. Or, you know, okay, back on tracks. All right, you have another story, right? Let's hear it.
So, it starts with this guy named Fire Phoenix, who some of you may know, he was an Arcada guy, but one of the trippiest dudes I've ever met. Anyway, he was telling me this story about one time, he hosted a paranormal, he would go around with a booth and just ask people paranormal stories because he had paranormal experiences, right? And so, that's kind of a parallel. Anyway, he goes into the woods at his old home, his childhood home. And in the woods, he finds it's out east a little, so there's lots of dry leaves, it's in the fall. And there's these little hills and there's a little valley in between. And how he described it was everything went dark and his mind became clear and his observation became out of his left hand. He says an eye opened out of his left hand, and he was able to observe things that were happening in an alternative dimension. And he said, I'm either crazy or insane, or I'm perfectly right. And that's just something that we gotta cope with, right? And so what he said was, he was there observing what wasn't. And there was a beautiful, beautiful creature that was injured. And it was like a mammoth, but covered in feathers. And all around the mammoth were these red men. Red men, he said, kind of looked like Amazonian tribesmen with great mohawks and tattoos and piercings. And he said that they were telling him that this animal was injured and that they could not see it without his help. And so he had to kind of act as a conduit for these extraterrestrials to help them heal this creature that was obviously damaged. And he said they guided him through it, and he walked around and witnessed this creature bleeding out. And so they took him and they used his body to help heal this creature in some sort of ritual, and he performed a dance for the creature. And he performed this dance and he sung, and he sung, and he sung, and then he kept going, and the creature began to move. And all the people that were watching him started to move in this circle around the creature. And it all began to flow, and the creature began to levitate. And then, in an instant, bang! There was no more, but what was left was a great clump of feathers. And he took them home with him, and he brought them to a lab one day. And they said they'd never seen anything like it. Whoa. I have no explanation.
They tested the feathers, there's no DNA explanation. They tested the feathers, there's no DNA link.
Nothing even similar.
Wow. Dude, good job on the storytelling. Did you just show up from the 1940s with that hat?
Right across the street.
Dude, you crushed it.
What was his name again?
His name was Fire Phoenix.
And he wasn't on psychedelics?
He's done a lot of psychedelics. It's hard to know. But he was not on psychedelics at the time, no.
You sure?
That's what he told me. He told me. He also had the story where him and a buddy of his were in a cow field behind his house, just throwing rocks, passing time. And they threw a rock, and they threw it all high up, trying to see who could throw the rock farther. And as he threw it, it hit something that was invisible and made a loud metallic bang, and the rock went straight down And they ran and hid in the basement for 6 hours. And they did not come out until it was dark, and then they were hungry and had to eat dinner.
Wow.
I'm just trying to remember we have another microphone, so we don't have microphones. Just sharing is caring. That's not sharing is caring. One more second. Let's see. Check, check, check. Oh my God, so cool. There we go. Take a stool. Yeah. All right. That's an insane story. Stay right up there. All right. So there's feathers. You didn't get to see the feathers.
I did not get to see the feathers.
And then he described the feathers, or like
White and silvery.
white and silvery feathers.
As kind of ephemeral. Like if you really held one, it would kind of turn into dust and kind of dematerialize.
Mammoth feathers.
Mammoth feathers from a mammoth.
From a mammoth, but it was a small mammoth.
Big mammoth.
It's kind of
creature. Yeah.
It's an oxymoron. It's mammoth small.
Smaller.
It's mammoth.
Stop loving it. Yeah.
That's true. Have you ever seen an elephant in your life?
At a zoo in Lincoln, Nebraska, and it pissed all over itself.
Lying on its back then?
No, standing. Kind of curved up.
Amazing. Incredible. Guys, big round of applause for our first speaker. Oh, yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. Yes. People might want to keep the hat sometimes, but for those of you just joining us, we're at Paranormal Open Mic here in Froth and Arcata. You can come and tell your real-life stories of the unexplained, and you can also just hang out and just watch this stuff too. That's cool. Don't forget to buy stuff in a paranormal way. Act spooky about it. Did any of our panelists have a story they would like to share with us? You do not have. You've never seen anything paranormal whatsoever, or unexplained.
I feel like I have, but I can't accurately say it was unexplained.
That can happen. So everything in your life has happened exactly how you've expected it the whole way through.
Well, no, but
What a
not
fortunate
paranormal.
soul.
Well, no, but not paranormally.
Not paranormal.
Yeah, I fucked up before. It's not paranormal.
Like what?
I thought I did really well on the psychology test, and then I got a 69.
That's a cool number. It's not the worst number.
I mean, maybe it was paranormal in that way because I didn't fail.
Yeah. Do you
Well, I
think
did
that?
fail, but
Do you think that whole 6-7 thing is paranormal, or is that just?
no, I think that's pretty normal. It's just kids are like retarded now, and numbers.
It's numbers.
Numbers are funny. Yeah.
It's numbers.
Well, we've had 420 and 69 for so long.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing is they're trying to bring on a whole new thing. I have another paranormal experience I personally had. It's a little, I'll try and reword it because it's kind of it's kind of gross, but it did happen. So bear with me for those of you. I'll warn anyone who has a weak stomach. But I used to, anyone smoke weed in here? All right. You can clap for that too, just for the audience. There we go.
Oh, Pete.
Yeah.
I feel like it was weird there weren't more.
What? Not enough. Yeah, I don't know if that's if you gotta push it in the bottom,
Not enough hands were raised.
Not enough hands were raised. No, I agree.
That was paranormal.
It is, yeah. It's kind of paranormal to be sober nowadays, with everything that's going on. But I used to work at one of the growth stores, North Coast Horticulture Supply here in town. And we used to smoke a lot of weed at work. It was a very normal thing. We would sell the nutrients, we'd load soils into trucks and cars and stuff. And this one day we're smoking weed on our break time out back. And my coworker, he has the joint. I rolled this huge joint. It was amazing. You guys should have seen it. Kind of my life's magnum opus. And he's standing outside. So we have this sliding door that lets you into the warehouse where all the soil is, and all the trucks would pull up, and then we would load the soil into into these people's trucks as they pulled through. And there were no trucks there right now, so like we were gonna get stoned on our break between things. And my coworker's standing outside, it's this beautiful sunny day, and he's going to smoke the joint. And out of nowhere, I kind of get this impulse. I'm like, hey man, get inside the warehouse. You're going to ruin the joint. That's our only paper. And it's going to start raining right now. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I didn't know what I was talking about either. But basically, as soon as I said that, it starts pouring on my friend. It's a sunny day, and all this rain starts pouring on my friend. He saved the joint and stuff. But he's just like, what the hell? How did you know? And there's no explanation for it. It was just raining with no clouds in the sky. And I predicted this, but I don't know how. It's just, what's that called? It's like,
Premonition?
Premonition. Yeah, it's like a premonition. Clairvoyance. There's like clairvoyance for the
Clairvoyance. Psychic abilities?
Psychic abilities, yeah. Have you ever had a psychic ability?
I have them.
Yeah. You want to go after my story? Yeah.
Straight up got them.
Huh?
Just straight up got him.
You got him? Oh, well, so basically it starts raining on this kid. I didn't know why, but then I ended up predicting the future for this one coworker. He was supposed to be here tonight. I don't know if he's going to roll in late or something. But I predicted my coworker's future when it rained on him this one time. And then a few months go by. And then he comes in to work. And he's talking about, he's like, my girlfriend and I are getting along great. We just went on this trip. It was so wonderful. I love her so much. And then I just kind of blurted out in response, I was like, she's leaving you tomorrow. And he's just like, kind of, we were good friends, so it's just like, okay, I don't know what that is, you know? But he comes in the next day and he's just like super down. He's just like, how'd you know? How'd you know she did? What was it about what I said that made her leave me, you know? And I was just like, I don't know, it just happened like that. Both these stories literally happened to this one coworker, and I was like, whoa, like I predicted his future twice now. Without getting into the details, I did predict, well, I'll get into some details, but I basically predicted his future a third time involving stomach issues. Very rare stomach issues that would be gross to talk about right now. Go with that what you will. But basically I'm explaining that hypothetically, there's these things that can happen to you when you're digesting that is really it's a really bad time for whoever's, digesting. Hey, I'm sure you guys can piece together what I'm saying. He tells me when I'm describing it that doesn't happen. This event that can happen to you, when you're just trying to go and use the bathroom, doesn't happen. And then immediately after that, he tells me, he's like, that doesn't happen, that's not real, you're lying to me just to mess with me. And I was like, it'll happen to you. And then the next day he came in, even more pale than when his girlfriend left him. He's like, dude, I don't want you to predict my future anymore. If you guys want to know the whole story, I'm not just going to say it in front of this huge crowd. But basically, this really did happen to my coworker. He felt kind of weirded out by it. You guys don't want to do any sort of paranormal magic stuff without knowing what you're getting into, I guess is the moral of the story. Who wants to see some paranormal slides right now? I got a little slideshow I made for us.
Otherwise it could go really shitty.
And that's what happened to the guy. So those of you just joining us, this is Paranormal Open Mic. You can follow Humble Comedy on Instagram. I'm Pete Nelson. Here's my personal Instagram. I put funny comedy clips on it. I'm a stand-up comedian. You should come by after this show, maybe to Humbrew's to our show we're doing there tonight. But, all right, this is our first subject we're going over. Babies, the terrifying paranormal entity hidden right in front of us. Tell me, where are they coming from? How do we trust these babies? They just months ago they were in the black eternal void permanently forever, and then they just appear in our lives, and we feed them and take care of them. We trust them. I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel like trusting void beings. Void beings? Like what? How many of you guys are babies in the crowd right now? Anyone a baby? Raise your hand. You used to be a baby. 6 months old. I don't get it. It's like the whole, you guys just accept this stuff. It's a whole other dimension. You guys have, I don't know. Do you guys have any comments? I really need your help. You're a panel.
You're a baby.
I look like a baby a little bit. Yeah. Got like a fuzzy head, you know. I complain a lot. You guys have any children?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh God. How old are you?
20.
You're 20? When'd you have a kid?
18.
18? You still have it? What?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Lives with its mother.
Yeah.
It lives with its mother. Just take note. It lives with its mother.
I see it sometimes.
It's a chill baby.
Yeah, it is.
It's super chill.
Its name is Carol.
Carol the baby.
It's a Carol.
It's a Carol, exactly.
Carol.
She's about 2 years old, like 6 months. She's 2 and 6 months old. Yeah, no, it's a cool kid.
That's good. I'm glad you have a non-terrifying child, because for the most part, I think we would all be terrified if we had a child randomly.
Easily.
You didn't raise it?
No, I just found out.
You just found out? You doing the 23andMe?
No, I was told I have no part in this life.
What?
No, I have it. It exists.
It exists.
Yeah.
Tight.
This open mic just got deep.
I'm gonna go with next slide.
Next slide. I mean, anyone have any...
No, let's explore this moment.
I mean, if we're going to, we're going to.
Let's really get archaeological with this moment and dig deep. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We can move next slide. But I like the honesty, dude. This is a comedy open mic right now, but it's spooky too.
Spooky.
I don't have a child.
Huh?
No, I don't have a child. I was just trying to.
Oh my God, I was actually like trying not to be disrespectful. Oh man.
I was just trying to help you out.
Yeah.
That was helping?
That was helping. That was... Big round of applause for our panel so far, guys. Our next paranormal subject is pod people. Has anyone had an experience with a pod person before? You guys ever? Huh? I made a diagram to explain what a pod person is. All right. So on the inside, you have a pod, or on the outside you have a pod, and then inside the pod, there's people. And then pod people. Does that flesh it out?
Think outside the pod.
You guys, if you're not familiar with the dangers of pod people, let me just warn you, there's whole movies about this. Did we have what's on the next one? Is that pod people? Pod people.
Dude, he really put this together, like, at his house, like, this is gonna be sick.
All right, so pod people is when there's people and they're in a pod. Did I get that part across? Yeah, there's pod people. And it's not a good time. It's not, this is real life footage that I got of an actual pod people scenario. This actually happened. This real life, it can happen to you, so be ready. Because it gets real, and it's not necessarily what you want to have. See? And then she's going up, oh, pod person, not good. See the emotional response. You don't want this. It's not for us, guys. And you got to keep this in mind when there's pod people. because they exist.
What is this segment about?
Pod people. How'd you miss?
Is this about Joe Rogan? Okay.
You just gotta click it a bunch of times and eventually it'll, maybe the space bar, enter. Use the mouse. Click the mouse on it. There we go. And the next, and then scroll.
Oh, that's all of the
Go
porn
ahead.
that Pete watches?
Go on, view.
That's literally all of the porn that Pete watches.
Alright guys,
Okay.
so when someone asks you pod people, what do you say?
Pod people.
Pod people. Pod people. Pod people. That's all the information I have. I hope that was informative for all of you.
When I say pod,
Say
Pod
people.
people.
pod,
Pod people.
pod,
People.
good.
So, if you guys need any flyers about it, I'll bring some in next time. It'll just be a printout of these past slides. Jess, have you ever experienced a pod person firsthand?
Not a pod person unless we're talking about COVID pods. I do have a ghost story that I can tell that actually occurred.
Hell
That's
yeah.
helpful.
I gotta turn up your microphone a little bit.
I can also lean in and talk louder.
Yeah, lean into the story, lean into the material.
Lean with it.
Alright, let's hear your story, Jess.
So when I was in graduate school at the University of South Carolina, in Columbia, South Carolina, my apartment was in a really, really old house that had been gutted into a million different apartments. I'm assuming some of you are probably very familiar with this. It's how people do apartments in college towns. And I lived on the top floor, and I'm a nerd, so I had a chessboard. This is relevant. So, I play chess. Sometimes I play chess by myself, where I play both sides of the table. I would have friends over and play chess. This is in the 1900s, before the internet as well. So I was a pretty avid chess player. And I had just set up the board for a new game, and I was running late for work, so I left. And I hadn't moved a piece or anything, and the chessboard is on a table in a hallway in my apartment. So I came home from work that day, and a chess piece had been moved from the other side, or what I would refer to as the other side. I didn't have roommates, I didn't live with anybody, etc. So I was like, oh, I must have just moved and not noticed it. So I continued playing, moved the chess piece on the other side of the board. And that was the beginning of a 2-year chess playing relationship with a ghost. I did not always win, I did not always lose. When I would beat the ghost was really pissed and would usually open all the cabinets in the kitchen. And sometimes the ghost would win and would open all the cabinets and put all the alcohol I had out on the counter and open all the lids to like celebrate the big win. The ghost did not win that often. And it was like that for 2 years.
Whoa.
What? Dude, that is dope. That's the best story of the night for sure. I've never heard a story that interesting as far as ghost shit. And dude, if you're fucking lying to me right now,
I'm not lying.
I will be so pissed. But you're saying that you're moving one piece and then you're leaving and then another piece and then it's moving a piece and then you're moving another fucking piece.
Correct. I never saw the pieces
Until the game is over.
until the game is over. Right. I never saw the pieces move, but the pieces would be moved.
What opening did it play?
This was 2 years, so it would really depend. But sometimes a pawn, sometimes bold moves, start with a rook, mix it up.
That's insane.
That's so dope. That's so dope.
That's it.
I don't even care. If that's a movie, I'm gonna freaking find out. I'm gonna find out.
If that's a movie, you're gonna find out.
Oh no, I'm getting on Netflix right now. Ghost chess. Hashtag ghost. Hashtag chess. Hashtag ghost chess.
Ghost chess. That's like
www.com. Ghost chess.
we're bringing another panelist on. This is a local comedian, Markle's Money Scratchers. Well, give her a
It's good to be here at Froth. Thanks for having us. Thanks, Pete. And I know I kind of look like a UFO expert, so if anyone has any questions, just let me know.
An ancient astronaut theorist.
Ancient astronaut theorist?
An ancient astronaut theorist, that's what
Oh, it goes
you look
beyond
like.
theory. Taking it beyond theory.
That's
To
crazy.
reality.
The ghost chess. So like,
Rather like a chess
but it
player.
wasn't good at chess, so it's like it's bored in the afterlife too, and kind of not effective at stuff in the afterlife.
I would not say that the ghost was bad at chess. I mean, I used to be really good at chess, but I would be like stumped, like, oh, didn't see that one coming. It was, I mean, this was a good chess partner.
So you're saying right now the ghost would be you right now?
Oh, totally would be me now. I haven't played chess in years.
Right.
That is like a pretty like safe way to interact with a ghost, isn't it? It's like chess. Because most of the time, like when I sense a ghost, and this is, I'm not joking, like this is honest, like when I sense a ghost, it's kind of like this invasive presence when I'm alone. I live in a camper, I don't know if you guys can put that together yet, but I live in a camper, so there's not enough room for a ghost, you know? You guys can come on in, you're not interrupting anything, you're more than welcome to be here. We're doing Paranormal Open Mic. If you guys have ever seen anything unexplained, that's like, you know,
What if they're ghosts?
I think we can all see them, right?
Because I have to leave relatively
Does
quickly, I
anybody
will follow it.
Jess has one more story she's gonna do right now.
Let's follow up to the chess ghost.
Let's hear
I
it.
have to leave early. I'm sorry to disappoint, I'm sure. So I lived there for 2 years. I got my master's degree, and I was moving from there to Oregon. And I was loading up the U-Haul on I had a Ford Explorer at the time, and I was feeling all kinds of ways of like hacking up the chessboard, because I don't know how you say bye to a ghost that I've never met, right? Like, how do you say whatever?
Middle finger.
So I jokingly, the night before, the last chess game that I played, I was joking, like, you know, you have to make it good. It's the last game. I'm moving, whatever. I have commitment issues. I don't know how to say goodbye, whatever. So at the time, my father came the next day and was going to drive with me to Oregon. And my father's who taught me how to play chess. And he is a very, very good chess player, or was, I guess. I tried to explain to my dad that this chess ghost and I have been playing, and I'm originally from Texas, draw any conclusions you'd like to about how open my father was to this story. So my father and I played a game of chess, because that's what we do instead of talk. And the last day, the chessboard was on a box in the middle of the living room. Everything was packed up, except for whatever we were sleeping in, a couple glasses or something. So it was the last thing that I put in the car, and I kept it close to the driver's seat of the car as we're driving to Oregon. I didn't really get along with my father. I thought maybe we'd play chess on the road while we're driving from South Carolina to Oregon, so I wanted it close by. So I packed it up, and it came in kind of its own little box, etc. I packed it up, whatever, put it right behind the driver's seat. So we started the drive together, which I was super nervous about, from South Carolina to Oregon. And the first night we stopped, I don't actually even know where, probably like somewhere in Tennessee would be my guess, but I don't remember. But we stopped, and I went to grab the chess box from behind the driver's seat of the car, and the box was there, but it was completely empty. There was nothing in the box. I packed it, I know it was there, and I even like did the little, because I'm a triple Virgo, so I put all the pieces back in the little places.
Triple
they're supposed to
Virgo,
go.
I'm so sorry.
It basically just means I'm right. That's all you need to know. Anyway, so I know that I packed it, and it was completely empty, but the box was still there. So I was like, well, shit, now I actually have to talk to my father. So I remembered this, right? So then we made it to the next stop, whatever, and just for fun, I checked the box, still empty, still frustrated, whatever. Next time, we were somewhere near the Grand Canyon, still completely empty, etc. We made it, we finally get to Oregon, and there's all these fires, and I've never been to the Pacific Northwest, so I didn't know anything about fires. And we finally get there, and we start unloading, and I was getting ready to just put the box in the recycling bin or something, because I have to unload the car, I didn't want to bring it in the house. And the box was completely full, because I made it to Oregon.
That's crazy.
So I made my dad play a game of chess with me before we unpacked anything in the room. And then that was it, no more chess ghosts.
No more chess ghosts.
That's crazy.
That's really cool. I want to say let's keep it going for Jess for being color coordinated with the mural here. Just moving along like a chameleon or
When
something.
you're the spinning colors, it's pretty easy.
It's pretty cool, but I was like, wow, I'm pretty mesmerized from
You got the Joker vibes with the purple and green.
I like it. Hey, there was a poltergeist once in my life that wasn't at my house, it was at my friend's house. But it was a really, really weird thing. His brother came back from the Navy and it was all Satanist assholes and stuff going on.
That's
And,
attractive to some people.
yeah, it's like, I don't know. But it was really weird. The guy was weird before he went to the Navy and then he came back with like weird stuff. And there was a chessboard, a marble chessboard, sitting on a coffee table in a room with 5 people. What? And it slid off the coffee table onto the floor and broke. And I mean, it weighed like 9 pounds.
Stoner household.
Dude, ghosts love chess.
They do, apparently. Yes, clap for
They
that.
did. Poltergeists and ghosts on love chess. So there's my chess.
Are you sure it was not pod people? Because that could be pod people behavior.
I think his brother might have had a string tied to him or something. Something weird, but I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Yeah, the poltergeist. I believe it, yeah. All these stories are supposed to be stories that really happen. If anyone's lying, we'll know. Guys, big round of applause for everyone you've seen so far tonight. I would like to take this moment to invite anyone from the crowd that has a story. Yes, you. Come on. What's your name?
My name is Mason. I'm actually the guy that sent out that shooting star.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Freemason.
I'm also Carol's mom.
No, you're not.
So you're.
She lives in LA.
So one time when it was after my grandpa died, I took mushrooms and I saw ghosts, but not in that order and far apart. But I was at my grandma's house right after my grandpa died, and we heard his like heavy ass boots on this walking up and down the stairs. And my grandma was asleep. It couldn't have been her. She's too light for that. And so it was probably a ghost, I bet.
Straight up.
Hey, where do you think you're going? We got to interview you.
Okay.
Sometimes that's how quick it is, dude. That's how easy it is to explain, dude. There's nothing else to say. It's a freaking ghost, bro.
Pod people.
It's quick, dude. What was that? A ghost? Oh, let me tell you mine. I was walking through a neighborhood, right? Late at night. I was a kid. I was breaking into cars when I was like 20, early 20s, right? And I was breaking into cars, bro. Seeing what the fuck is inside.
You were a
Okay?
22-year-old
Just unlocked doors. Okay? And I'm walking down the street in this neighborhood, and this lady, I hear a lady's voice right behind me, maybe 10, 15 feet away, say, "Get out of this neighborhood." Or maybe she said, "Stay out of this neighborhood." And I heard it clearly, and I fucking turn around. It's the middle of the night. I'm walking like down the center of the street, skateboarding. I look behind me, nobody. And I'm like trying to look, like what the fuck, like looking in a house window, like near me, and there's nobody, dude. So yeah, a ghost was like, "Stay out of this neighborhood," and I stayed in it. I didn't leave.
What's a ghost gonna do, you know?
Yeah, we'll see.
Play chess. I remember my uncle when I was a kid, I was like, "I'm scared of the dark," and he's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "What if there's like some red eyes in the shadows?" And he's like, "What are red eyes gonna do to you? Fire laser beams at you? Like what?" Now, a lot of our fears aren't really like founded or justified, you know. So ghosts, pod people. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Pod people or ghosts? Pod people. Yeah. That's what I'm
Pod
saying.
people. Remember crab people from South Park? Crab people?
Fuck yeah.
Crab people. Crab
What's our
people.
next slide?
We gotta go to Humbrew's. Comedy show at Humbrew's, yo.
Yeah. Any stories? We had your story.
Yeah, we got Sam still standing up here too.
Well, I thought his name was Mason.
I was going to ask him, you say your grandma's name was Judy?
Yeah.
Yeah, and do you remember anything when she was alive that was kind of supernatural? Was she like a witch or anything?
She She's alive, but she is a witchy woman. My grandpa died, yeah.
Your grandpa.
She is a witchy lady, though. It's scary.
You think she did it?
Maybe. Kinda.
What makes you think she did?
He was, this is true. He was in the hospital for, like, pneumonia, and, he called her and was like, "Can you break me out?" Because he was afraid of doctors. And then she did. And then he died of pneumonia.
Whoa.
You know,
It's like a spooky illness.
it is a spooky illness.
You make ghost sounds if you have pneumonia. You start wheezing and stuff.
It's hard to spell.
Yeah. There's like a P and it's not even there at the start.
Yeah, it's like paranormal.
It's serious. It's true. What? Do you have any other paranormal experiences? Spit one out. Come on. Let's squeeze some juice out of this guy.
Let's squeeze him for everything he's got. What type of ghost stories are in your pockets?
Shit.
Hold them upside down and get all the ghost stories out of his socks. Okay.
My dad swears like
All the time.
all the time, as much as fucking possible, and with like all his heart too. Like he's not trying to trick me. That he did a Ouija board. It was just him and his like most deceiving friend, and but he swears it was a ghost. It was like, I know this guy, and it's like for sure would be the type of guy to move the pieces.
So, like, do you believe it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Guys, big round of applause for Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sam. Hey, thank you. We'll see you guys next Monday. Follow Humboldt Comedy on Instagram. Hell yeah. Do we have anyone else who's trying to tell a story tonight? Huh? You're more than welcome up.
Bro, I like the one. Go back to the thing where you show the people and then the pod outside of the bubble. I like that. There it is. Let's focus on this.
It's pod people.
Think outside the pod.
Think outside the pod. Yeah. It's, you know,
The
it's different.
Dude, you really made this?
Yeah. I had to inform people on pod
Dude.
people, and there's only one way to describe it.
Dude, he went on fucking. He went on like on iMovie.
Yeah.
He went on iMovie and he's like,
Pod people. We did have another slide where we were. If you go ahead, forward, babies, pod people. This, okay, cool. We got through pod. We keep going. Any stories?
so funny.
Anyone know about the Black Knight satellite? Anybody? Those of you can go to the next slide. I think is important. This is a picture of it. Nikola Tesla was he was searching for radio signals from other planets, and he was successful at it. And there was this repeating signal that he would always get, and he could use measurements mathematically to tell where it was. And the Black Knight satellite was it was one of the signals he would get. It was basically that he could tell something was up there. He didn't know what. He was under the impression it was aliens of some sort. But we never to this day have really been able to find it or know it. And then this is an image that was picked up by one of NASA's cameras. And we don't, they said it was space garbage. Other people think it's the Black Knight satellite. And it was covered up. And I think there's another slide after it that talks about what I'm talking about. Let's see. Yeah, 1899. Nikola Tesla heard about it. And what do you guys think? Do you guys think all the satellites around this planet are ours? Or could this three-eye atlas thing be more than what we're bargaining for? You guys follow three-eye atlas? We got this interstellar object, the third interstellar object discovered by, was it a telescope? One of our sensors. Atlas. You know something about it? Hop on up, yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
What's your name?
we have a speaker on satellites.
My name's Alexis.
Alexis, welcome. Big round of applause for Alexis, everybody. Hell yeah. Make better noise for her. Come on. Thank you. Alexis, what do you know about satellites?
Nothing. I think there's too many of them
Yeah.
in the sky. I was down at Moonstone the other day, and some of my friends were playing music, and I decided to lay down and look up and stargaze, as one does, just hanging out, stone cold sober.
It's scary doing that.
Well, you look up, and I started seeing, a little light moving around. I go, okay, that's an airplane, whatever. And then I look, and I see another star moving around. I go, okay, it's a satellite. And then I keep looking, and as I'm looking, all of the stars start kind of shifting. And again, I'm normal. I'm stone cold sober. I got nothing wrong with my eyes. But all the stars are moving, and I have one little freak out moment where I think, is every single star in the sky just like a satellite, and like no one told me? But obviously
It's
not.
true. Have you ever heard of, keep going?
Oh, no, I was going to mention a cool dream I had once about the sky too, which I do think is paranormal. I think dreams are paranormal. That's my belief. But I had a dream that I was just kind of minding my business, and I looked up at the sky, and I focused really, really hard. And as I was looking up, the sky split in two, and this like whole other layer of the sky was revealed. And there was like flying cars and like buildings up there. And I was like, what? That was there the whole time and no one told me? And I looked back down and every single person around me was looking at me like, Alexis, you shouldn't have seen that. You shouldn't have seen that. And they started chasing me. And I woke up before anyone got me, but it was like scary because it's like, damn, no one told me about the sky.
That's insane. Whoa. Big round of applause for Alexis' story. That's, I think I've had like similar dreams to that. And I think it's like DMT and people seeing machine elves every time. It's like there are these
machine elf.
Yeah, machine elf.
What's that?
It's a thing. Everyone's seen them. If someone were to try DMT, it might end up like that.
Right.
Should someone, potentially, hypothetically, entertain the idea of consumption of that chemical, that might happen. It would potentially fit patterns people have gotten into.
Terrence McKenna.
Not like I've tried it.
If you take mushrooms with Joe Rogan, you'll see machine elves.
Have you taken mushrooms with Joe Rogan?
I would, but not today.
Would you say you're a professional on UFOs?
No, I didn't say that, but you know what? I am.
No, it's good to have a professional and you work at Cal Poly Humboldt?
Yeah, I'm actually a professor of satellites and UFOs up at Humboldt. I'm 50 years old.
Big round of applause for 50-year-old Alexis.
Thank you.
How is everybody in Humboldt so wise? You're like underage and you're like super wise, and then this other kid, he's like, I saw him like open the door for his friends, and he's like, open the door, and then his friend's like, thank you, and looked like deep into his eyes. Everybody out here is so deep and shit. They're like, look at my crystal, son. I'm 17 years old, but I'm just not materialistic.
I was gonna bring my boating balls with me. I should have. Do you know what boating balls are?
Oh?
They're those little metallic balls that you like kind of orbit around your hand. They make like the little chiming sounds. You meditate with them.
Okay.
I was gonna bring those. I should have.
I play with my balls too.
Yeah. I wasn't born with balls to play with. I gotta carry them around.
You got to, okay, I understand.
Okay. You can stay, or if you're trying to get, whatever.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, cool. Thank you, Alexis.
Thank you
Big
so
round of
much.
applause for Alexis. The closer we get to 9 o'clock, we do have to wrap up. So if you're going to try and tell a story, we do need you sooner than later. One thing I wanted to, here, have my crystal. Hold on to that. That's my quartz crystal. I charged it, and she charged it in the moonlight. Thank you so much for that.
Do you have an iPhone plug for this? Does anybody have an Apple charger? Wait, I want to charge you.
The one thing, I don't know if you guys know about Kessler syndrome. Anyone? It's not a sickness we get. This guy doesn't know it. Do you know what it is? Basically, our space trash makes it unable for us to leave this planet. The more satellites that we have up there, the more that they orbit, and the more trash we have up there, we can actually be stuck on this planet, unable to leave with rockets like we currently do. And then vice versa, we can't be visited by aliens that can't get through our space trash if they're using UFOs and stuff with our general understanding of UFOs, whatever that is. But like that's one way we can protect our planet that they're looking into if we do get an invasion. Is we basically make all our satellites hit each other, and then there's so much debris up there that you can't coordinate your landing flight onto our planet. I learned that from John Michael Gaudier. If you guys listen to him on YouTube, it's really fun stuff to listen to. What's our next slide? Anyone want to come on and tell a story right now? Let's. All right, cool. We got plenty. Oh, that's the original image of the Black Knight satellite up there. That other image was pulled from.
Oh no, dude, that's the image of your kidney stone.
Yeah, basically. It's
It really looks like Space Junk.
Yeah, it's Space
It looks
Junk.
like something small close up and not something big far away.
Yes, yeah.
Dude, that's the image
You're
of
right.
your kidney parasite.
That's just a smudge on the lens.
I don't know.
What's
That's
our
messed
next
up.
slide? What's our next slide? Paranormal debates.
America.
Does anyone really disagree with us and want to let their point be known about anything we're talking about or doing? Anyone want to debate us about the paranormal?
You look like you really want to.
I'll debate a little bit.
Heck yes.
This to be a sport.
We have a microphone somewhere right up there.
We have a denier. We have a denier.
Well, I'm not a denier exactly, and I don't believe in like.
Sir, we just heard from the professionals at Humboldt State.
I am definitely consider myself a skeptic, and I'll reserve judgment. Let's say I'm agnostic to whether the supernatural exists or not. I'm not invested in it, but I'm also not like I used to be one of those asshole debunker guys, and I'm not really like.
How dare you?
Yeah. I don't want to dismiss people's lived experience, and I think mystical experiences are part of like every culture, and so I think there's space for that, even if I don't.
Outer space for that?
I believe in physics.
You leave space for ghosts.
I believe in the material world that is, verified.
You believe ghosts should have a safe space.
Yes. Ghosts. Yeah, that's actually exactly.
Should
right.
ghosts have a safe space? Yes or
I
no?
think so.
Well, it's like, what if you?
I think so.
Maybe that's too woke of me, but yeah, that's how I feel about ghosts.
A ghost would be so upset if you harmed it. A ghost thinks it can just live
Cancel
forever.
me. Sorry.
No, keep going. We're wasting our time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't. Like I said, and I have had experiences too when I was young that I really can't explain at the time. I thought they were ghosts, but I don't really believe that anymore. But I can't explain them.
You gotta share them. Come on,
I don't
Dad.
know if I want to.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so I worked at this, worked at a couple of haunted mountain inns that everyone knew in the area. You're from Sacramento. You ever heard of Rainbow Lodge up on Donner Summit? So it's supposedly a haunted place that I worked at. And there was weird fucking shit that happened to me there. I can't exactly explain. It wasn't always alone. Yes, at the time I was doing a lot of psychedelics and also I was at work, so when they happened.
I have a couple questions.
Sure.
What's your name?
Andy.
Okay, Andy, have you ever ghosted anybody?
Oh yeah, I've
See,
definitely
there we have
The
it.
ghosts are real.
Ghosts exist.
Sorry. I'm gonna change my entire worldview now.
Markle's the expert here.
Inner space.
I'm revising my prior opinions about the world.
Can we hear who it was?
What?
Who'd you ghost?
Good question.
Oh God.
Thank you, Marcos.
I can't even think of anything specific, but I know for sure I've done it. Like, it's a really bad feeling for both parties.
What was their name and what was the relationship?
I can't even remember.
It seems like you remember.
When I used to party a lot, and then I went to nursing school, and I had to distance myself from some people. There were people, and I used to be in the cannabis scene. So at the end of that, when I was switching over into the real world, things were getting real shady in Humboldt County. I definitely ghosted a lot of people. I changed my phone because I was going into a whole new legit.
Just people in general.
People, yeah, I had business connections with that I really didn't want to get a hold of.
Yeah.
But I was friends with some of them. It didn't feel good.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
Sorry to make you feel bad.
Yeah, Jesus, you guys really brought me down. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
What about like a wet nursing school?
You don't have to go to school for that, actually.
Yeah, I learned how to do the other end of that like in 10 minutes. Yeah. I think it's crazy that ghosts only show up when you're like lonely. It's like if you're all alone, the ghosts show up, and then they're like, "Hey, you need company," and then I'm like, "No, not your company though." But they're kind of trying to help you out a little bit, if anything, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I think
but like the experiences I had, there were other people that saw it too, and they did seem to happen more when I was around. At least according to people that worked there longer than me. So that's kind of creepy. I was like 18.
Oh my God.
It's paranormal. It's the paranormal time of life.
So like,
I thought it was a poltergeist.
you saw a ghost when you were 18?
I never saw it. I've never seen
Or experienced?
But
Do you
I've
think
seen shit that shouldn't happen that violates what I would say was.
is it
That
only-
violates the laws of physics?
Yes. I've seen things move right in front of me.
You saying that it broke?
That made a noise when they did, and that other people saw it too, including in a dining room full of people.
You're saying that it's shit that broke Murphy's Law?
Yeah, it was pretty weird. Yeah.
And you were on drugs.
No. I mean, I might have smoked pot, but
That doesn't count.
What do you mean might have? You forgot right after because you were stoned?
it was Tahoe when I was 18 years old.
That's like when someone, if you're like, hey,
Not whether I was stoned, yeah.
did you fart? And then someone's like, I don't remember. It's like,
That's why they were stoned.
so like, I was gonna ask you though, do you think that the ghosts that you've seen, have any of them been the same ghost, or they're all different ghosts, or can you perceive that?
You know, the one place where there was a mythology, they had a person who was killed, more than one person had been killed there, so they attributed different behaviors to him.
Was it you?
That was it.
I'm the
It
killer.
was a cheap place, yeah. It's well known for being haunted.
I gotta check out the Rainbow Lodge. We'll try and look it up.
It's up on 80 on the way up to Donner Summit.
Yeah, we'll do a slide on the Rainbow Lodge next week. We'll check that out. Thank you so much for coming up. We appreciate you. It looked like you were hesitant and you came up. Big round of applause. Guys, we're going to be running out of time here, so if any of you are trying to tell your paranormal stories.
Stories, come on up.
I kind of got to skedaddle a little bit.
You got to skedaddle?
I do actually do.
I'm going to cut your pay from $0 to now you owe me
How much do I owe?
420 cents.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, that's really not. What's our next slide? Well, we still have you before. All right, vampires. All right. Yeah, you can just throw it in the thing. Guys, vampires could possibly be the worst movie concept we've ever had. Who's with me? It's not good to see vampire movies. Emoji movie is even worse. Yeah, you're right. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for coming out. Big round of applause for Roland Nash, everybody. He performs at our Thursday night at Arcade Events Hall. We're going to be doing 3 Ring Thursdays where it's burlesque, music, and comedy, and a tarot card reader. Where's this guy going? He's got some paranormal urine he's got to take care of. Markles, it's just us. You're real, right? You're not just a figment of my imagination.
Yes.
This guy looks like a fictitious friend. He's like, is this guy in the room with you right now? Yeah.
AI generated hologram.
Have you ever? You look like a vampire. I mean that in a nice way.
You say that in such a nice way.
It's just because it says vampires behind you and I'm clamoring for content. But yeah, no, vampires. I always thought it would be funny for vampires to be missing teeth, right? But they still got to get your blood, so they just give you this really crazy hickey, you know, or you like wake up and then they're like old and they're an old person vampire, right? And then it's just like gumming you, and you're like, oh, dude, it's like, you know, it's just really unpleasant.
Some vampire dentures.
For those of you just joining us, this is a paranormal open mic where you can tell any experiences you've had with the unexplained. You're welcome to come up. If you've seen a ghost, Bigfoot, a UFO.
If you have a truth that you want to, just get out there and you finally want to get it off your chest, this is the time.
If you have anything you've done that's illegal that you want to come clean about, the statute of limitations isn't up anymore. You too. Are you coming up?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Big round of applause for this. What's your name?
Rachel.
Rachel. It's nice to meet you, Rachel. Welcome to Paranormal Open Mic.
Thank
What do you
you.
got for us?
So I've experienced a lot of weird stuff in my life, like things flying at me and seeing maybe shadows in the corner that shouldn't be there. But something really weird happened once. I used to live out in San Francisco, out in the Tenderloin. My apartment flooded, that's why I left. So you were mentioning earlier, like being afraid of the dark and how sometimes they come to you when you're alone and you get that weird feeling. I'm really afraid of the dark, like super afraid of the dark. Still am today.
Yeah, me too. It's crazy. It's unavoidable.
I can't control it. So when I was little, I used to hide my head under my covers before going to sleep. And me being, this was a couple years ago, I was like 22, 25, turning 26 now. So I got this feeling again, and I was like, I haven't experienced this in a long time since I was like very little. So I did it because I was scared. And I have a dog who's reacted once before to a ghost. He's growled at a ghost before. Something we thought was coming around the corner didn't come around the corner. So all of a sudden I hear my dog growling, and I'm like, oh jeez.
Creepy. That's so scary.
And that's not the scary part.
Uh-oh.
All of a sudden I hear, shush, shush, no, no, in the middle of my room, in my little Tenderloin studio. And so, background, Tenderloin, the city building, I lived on the basement floor, and there was a walk around my building. So, like, possibilities went through my head, like, I could have had my window open, someone could have walked around my corner, but my dog stopped growling, and he wouldn't stop growling at a human being. Like, he wouldn't, so I threw the covers down, and I threw all the lights on, and I was like, listen, I don't want to know that you're here. You can be here, you can exist here. Don't fuck with me, don't fuck with my dog. We can be cool, pardon my French. But yeah, that's the scariest.
That's terrifying. I've heard, that's a big round of applause for her story. My friend used to work at this funeral home, and she would actually be the chick who would pick up the dead bodies. And I think you can find this on our YouTube if you look up Paranormal Open Mic and you sit through all the hours and hours. She would pick up the dead bodies, and then so like she would have to go to the funeral home unrelated sometimes. And they have the hall where everyone goes and has the funeral. And this one time she's like all alone there, but she just assumes there's a funeral going on because of all the noise coming out of the hall. And she goes to open the door, and right when she does, all the voices go shh. And then all the sound goes away, and she opens the doors, and there's no one in there. But it was loud. It was like a party was going on until she got in there. And then they all said, shh. I'm getting goosebumps just saying this right now. But it's a real story. We'll get her out at some point in the future weeks. Thank you so much for being part of our show tonight. I think we're getting towards the end. We got time for one more slide. Marcos, can you, or the space bar? Yeah, space bar.
Another slide.
Vampire. Okay, this is dumb. We know what a vampire is. What about space bar again? Is there anything else? Space bar. It's a paranormal. Oh, dream travel. This is always really fun. I think I heard someone talking about how dreams are paranormal. Has anyone had just like the craziest dream where you feel like you're definitely there, or like you go back to the same spot and you're familiar with it over? You look like you want to tell a story. You're more than welcome to if you'd like. You don't have to though. But like, it's crazy. Hell yeah, big round of applause. We're almost out of time though, so you gotta hurry over to the microphone.
All right, brothers.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This will be the last story of the night, and we'll see you guys next week. But let's hear this. Let's hear, what are your dreams? Oh, what's your name?
My name is Marquise.
Marquise.
Also known as Lion Icicle.
Hell yeah. Big round of applause for Marquise, everybody. What are your dreams like, Marquise?
Oh, my dreams. Honestly, when I was a kid, they were way more pronounced, and there was way more going on, and I had reoccurring dreams about UFOs, and I actually had reoccurring dreams about everything. And one night, I had one of these dreams, and I woke up from this dream, and I saw my grandfather's spirit, who had just passed a couple days away, right?
Whoa.
So, the dream started like this. I'm in my bedroom, and I'm playing with the little troll dolls or whatever, you know, with the little hair and this and that. And then I'm like, oh, this shit don't work. And I throw it to the wall. It gets up, and it looks at me, and it motions to under the bed. And then more trolls come from under the bed, and they got little bats and chains, and they're chasing me. all the way around the house. They're chasing me, they're chasing me, they're chasing me. And then I get to my closet and I go and I lock myself in my closet. And then there's a stairway in the closet. I'm like, this stairway has never been there. I walk up the stairway. Do, 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 do. Here I go up the stairway. And then I get to the top. And then I'm gonna go forward and then I fall. The fall is so intense that I wake up. You know how you have those dreams where you fall and you wake up out of that dream? And I turned around and I saw my pawpaw's spirit. He was looking at me.
Unrelated to the troll dolls.
Yeah, unrelated to the troll dolls. That was like some crazy shit. I was a crazy kid. Like I had, you know how some kids have nightmares about Freddy Krueger or the little Chucky doll or this and that. I never had any of those kind of dreams. I had dreams about troll dolls or Sesame Street characters or something like that. That's real weird. And at the end of these dreams, when I didn't fall, I would always run out of the front gate and see 5 alien ships in the sky every time. This was a reoccurring dream.
Dude, that's double paranormal. You got like all the bingo cards.
Well, it's all there. Well, I can only tell you what my experience has been.
Dude.
And that is what has been.